Okay.
Thank you.
My lost interest, Kevin Brennan. Okay, I feel like I have to give some backstory to this because I'm just gay enough to know this shit, and other people are not.
Okay.
Kevin Brennan learns that Broc Lee is Stuttering John's new favorite high roller. Now, in this Dabbleverse world, there are certain super chatters and certain contributors that bounce around all these shows and give them all money. And the mistake that a lot of these streamers make is they get like possessive of these guys. Now, if people who donate to this show, I'm just thrilled that they donate to this show.
Yeah.
That's cool. You want to go and spread your money around and give it to 15 other people, and if those people think I'm a giant gay F word, that's totally fine. Like if somebody goes to this show and they give us a bunch of money, and then they watch Melton say that we're going to get divorced in 2 years, and then they give Melton money, I could not give a shit. Good for everybody. Wonderful. I don't care.
Sure.
You know you're gay, and you know you're shitty at podcasting, and you know you're thin-skinned. When you see your donors going to other people and giving them donations, first of all, you shouldn't know that they're giving them donations.
I don't keep that close a track of my donors.
You shouldn't be watching their shows.
Nope.
You shouldn't be counting their money. If you're watching someone else's show just to count their dollars, you're also a real low bag of shit, and you need to find something to do with your free time. Because if you're watching super chatters or money amounts, you're just kind of a mo. So here's Kevin. Again, one thing you can count on with Kevin Brennan is he always will take the internet too seriously. He watched Broc Lee give Stuttering John money, and I swear to Christ, you would have thought Broc Lee fucked Kevin Brennan's wife in front of him as Kevin Brennan protested no.
So wait, is Broc Lee just a donor or does he have a show?
No, he's just a donor.
Wait. So Kevin is literally just yelling about a donor?
He's yelling at a listener.
You led me to believe somehow, and this is my fault,
yeah,
that he had a show.
Well, Cockdiff is theorizing that it's Anthony Cumia. I don't think it's Anthony Cumia. Because I'm sure we could go back to when Anthony was having surgery and stuff, and Broc Lee was probably donating. But here's Kevin Brennan for almost 8 minutes losing his mind about Broc Lee. So Kevin was supposed to go to Atlantic City this weekend for a little fan meetup.
Okay.
You know, you got Gino and Chad doing their show. I think Patrick Melton is going out to Atlantic City, and they were all going to podcast wars, and they all hate each other, and they think they're all gay. Kevin hates Patrick, and Patrick hates Kevin, all this shit. And they were going to do gay, fat, loser, old man podcaster wars. But then Kevin found out that Broc Lee gave Stuttering John money. These men are a combined 120 years old.
I wish we could get all of these internet blood sports, locale people together that hate each other and just do a big old trial by combat in one room.
Steel Toe 10th anniversary party?
No, I don't need that on my name.
They don't
Maybe
have
in
enough.
2 years when we're divorced, you can have that.
There you go. All right, so let's watch Kevin Brennan yell at Broc Lee for giving money to Stuttering John.
Ugh, can't wait.
Okay, I can't listen to this. Anyway, I'm watching John because somebody said John's not going to Atlantic City. How is that my business? I don't know. How's that my business? I don't know. Anyway, so I go to watch John's show because I'm doing my prep for today's show. And I see...
You don't need to watch John's show, by the way. You just need to watch My Lost Interest on YouTube.
This is the only digestible version.
All you need. All the rest of this is just shit, Kevin. And you shouldn't be going and watching. Kevin deserves all the pain and misery he gets because he goes and watches Stuttering John. You shouldn't be going and watching Stuttering John. You should be doing something productive.
He won't come on our show if you say that.
No, Kevin shouldn't. Everyone else should.
All right.
And I see Broc Lee gave John $100. And I'm like, wait, Broc Lee, wasn't he coming to the show? What wasn't it me and Broc Lee supposed to? That was why Atlantic City got started. Me and Broc Lee.
He's saying this
like
seriously. Me and Broc Lee in AC together as a family. He gave money to John. What did he do to me? My ex-buddy
Suck
Broc
some D.
Lee. Oh.
It rhymed. Worked.
But he's sitting there. You can hear the hurt in his voice.
you shouldn't be this obsessed with somebody's listener. I'm sorry, you shouldn't technically know these people's names until they donate a shit fuck to you, like a metric shit fuck.
But it was me and Broc Lee. Me and Broc Lee were supposed to, and then I caught him in bed with John, and I don't. What are me and Broc Lee supposed to do?
So now John, with all his crying,
Look at him.
now Broc Lee is giving John $100 super chats, because John used to cry that he only gave John $1 or $2, and would give me $100. So now, with all John's crying, he won Broc Lee over. So I'm not going. How about that? I'm not fucking going. Bye.
Baby boy is throwing a fucking temper tantrum, and now he's not going to Atlantic City because Broc Lee gave John $100.
$100. The Atlantic City thing, by the way, is the Gino and Chad show. Is that what I'm?
I guess, yeah.
So they're just getting together at that.
I think so.
At least they're going for a good cause.
This is retarded.
This is so stupid. I cannot imagine living this way. I don't think this is a put on. I think this is real.
He's serious. He's hurt. He is hurt by Broc Lee. Every time he says Broc Lee in a serious voice and gets mad, I have to laugh.
This is making me physically exhausted. And,
it's just getting started.
While it's aging me, look at him. He looks unwell every time we watch a clip. His shit's starting to sag.
We watched a clip from 3 years ago where Kevin was on Gino's show with Bobo versus now, and Kevin has aged so horribly. It's really alarming.
Do we think it's because of all the yelling and kvetching and complaining about everybody?
Perhaps he's turning into an old Jewish man.
Very Mike David-y of him.
Yes.
Why would I fucking go? It was supposed to be me and Broc Lee and whoever, and now it's like, hey John, I'm Broc Lee. Fuck that. So why am I going? You got John. You got who you wanted, Broc Lee, right?
What if Broc Lee?
You got who you want.
What if Broc Lee was making the rounds over to your show? You don't know.
You're gonna see Broc Lee gives him $100 during this rant.
That's kind of what I figured was coming.
And he gets mad and says he's gonna give Broc Lee the money back.
Oh my God, this is my problem with humans in general. Like the ability somehow to pull this type of shit from such small gestures.
You mean you don't think Broc Lee deserves this kind of vitriol?
No, I don't.
He was
I really
mean.
don't. It's Broc Lee. Leave him alone. He's good for you.
He's mean to my buddy Broc Lee. Broc Lee gave John $100. I'm not fucking going to Atlantic City. Why? Because I can't be friends with Broc Lee if he gives John $100.
What if there's money to go around to all of you? I don't give a fuck that David Chandler goes out there and gives money to everybody.
Right? Who gives a fuck?
I only know that because I hear people say it. That's it. I don't care.
I think it's funny that David Chandler spreads it
Yes,
around.
he keeps the fires burning. You know?
Kevin is mad at Broc Lee because he gave $100 to another streamer. Jesus Christ, Kevin.
Want it, but I'm supposed to. Right. Got it. I mean, it's.
Could you imagine going to your wife and her going, "Oh, you're going to Atlantic City this weekend"? And you went, "No, I'm not." Why? Because Broc Lee was mean to me.
I think that's grounds for divorce. I'm sorry.
It should be.
That's a bitch move.
It's not only that though. There were some other people that wronged Kevin, and Broc Lee was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
I mean, I want you to look at me like I'm physically tired.
Yeah. Do you know the people that fucked him over though?
No.
Other than Broc Lee?
I sure as shit don't.
There was also a guy named Mike.
Oh, God.
Mike Hunt fucked him over along with Broc Lee. Also, a guy named Dick Uzaninya.
Probably Ben Dover.
Ben Dover fucked him up. Ben Gay fucked him over as well. Just a lot of people. Did you know there was a guy who fucked over Kevin, not just Broc Lee, but also a fella named Haywood?
I heard there was a guy, too, called Cummin.
There was a guy named...
Cummin Cider.
There was a guy named Haywood who fucked over Kevin. Last name Jablomi. Haywood Jablomi fucked over Kevin.
Oh, and then that guy was followed by Cummin Cider.
Cummin Cider. There was also a fella by the name of, and this was really unfortunate,
oh my God.
Jack. Last name Mehoff. Jack
Mehoff. Jack
yeah.
Mehoff. I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, he fucked over Kevin really bad.
I'm actually getting dozy right now.
As well as Broc Lee.
Make it stop.
Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. Yeah.
Come
so
on.
I'll see everybody there.
You can't be this
I'll
upset.
see everybody there. Why the fuck should I go? Who am I going to see? Melton? That fat fuck?
Okay, I have to agree with him there so far, Kevin. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again.
Melton has a hunchback. Bet me he doesn't. Bet me he doesn't. When I saw it,
I bet Broc Lee $100.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Melton does have a hunchback though, because all he does is sit in that chair all day.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I don't spend any time looking at him like he does with me.
He's too obese, and he is. He's too fat. He can't
know.
go outside. People look at him like the mother from What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He's bad, man. He's really fat. I'm serious. He can't do physical activity, so his body is literally...
I didn't know it was that dire.
Oh, yeah. His body is transformed into his sitting position, because when you're that fat, you can't sit straight up, so you just kind of hunch. He's probably shrunk and has terrible back problems because he's so obese, and all he does is sit there all day. Also, chronic sweater, I'm sure, because of how obese he is. If he rubbed inside his fat folds, he'd come out with a handful of sweat every time.
I don't need to go to bed thinking about this.
It's just a morbidly obese man. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to Kevin.
One freak at a time, please.
Back to Kevin being mad at Broc Lee.
him in Atlantic City, I'm like, why does he have a hunchback? So, I didn't really care. He's unattractive. He's physically unattractive, but
True.
He literally
That's
has a
Kevin
hunchback.
Brennan.
Bet me he doesn't. Bet me he doesn't have a hunchback. Bet me he doesn't. So John, with all his crying, John won with all his crying. Broc Lee's like, yep. That's what we're doing. Broc Lee's got to pay John. So who's paying me? Who's paying me?
God damn it, Kevin. You know what, though? This is what Gino said about Kevin, and he's right. Kevin is the oldest of like 7 kids, and he saw every kid after him get more.
Yep.
And so he has that attitude of, why not me? What did I get?
It's better if you sing it.
Why not me when the night? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me?
It's a good question. Why not me?
Because you're an angry prick and nobody likes you. But Kevin always wonders why everyone else is getting what they get and not noticing what he gets. So he's not happy that Broc Lee gave John $100.
Me. Who's paying me? So I'm supposed to show up. Why? So Levy can beat me half to death? I can play poker with Mountain? I know. I'm not interested in any of this.
And then we'll just see.
Why don't you stop making enemies?
Finally end up picking a time that will work for me. Thank you all for the very generous super chats from all of you. Broc Lee and Leo Gunn.
Did you hear him say Broc Lee?
God damn it, Kevin, let it go.
I can't do this, babe. This is like otherworldly levels of stupid.
Kevin, let it go.
Did you hear that? I heard it. Oh.
So then Broc Lee gives Kevin $100. He says, what the fuck, KB? You not coming to AC? This weekend is all about you. Trust me, just follow my lead. It's all going to work out. SJ coming to California was very last minute.
I can't even read this. Adam, read this. I'm kidding. Adam's on here. I can't. I like doing shows by myself when I'm this mad because
he got so mad he kicked his producer off the show because he's mad at Broc Lee.
It literally was just a dono and you got the same one. I don't get it.
Who's going to pay me now that Broc Lee paid John? Oh, Broc Lee gave me money? So apparently my anger and hostility jumped the gun. I'm being unreasonable.
The problem here is that if Broc Lee dropped 3 of these in there, so he got 3 times as much as Stuttering John, he would still be ungrateful and he'd say, you're just doing it for charity now.
Now you're just doing it, so I'm not mad at you for the John thing.
Or this
It
depressed
ages
because
me.
it's like nobody knows
His poor wife.
I don't want to think about it. That poor woman.
Yeah.
how to handle it. Broc Lee, $100. Thank you. So I'll give it back to you. I mean, this is not I'm not grifting. I'm not grifting Broc Lee, but it's like.
You're not grifting? You won't read anybody's chat unless it's a super chat. Don't tell me you're not grifting, you grifting bag of shit.
This is a general problem. Somebody could receive the nicest fucking thing in the world, like a $100 super chat out of the fucking goodness of someone's heart. Or because they just like this stupid show.
Yeah.
and you will still give it back to him because it wasn't given to you with the proper context.
Because you gave
Knock
it to
it
John.
off.
But John used to. I didn't even read the super chat yet. I didn't even read ahead. So I'm just going from. John was like, "Why don't I get the money?" Literally begging Broc Lee to give him money, and mad that he would give me money and give John $2. So, and then I'm watching today. I'm like, "Holy shit, Broc Lee!" But it's like, and then John still thinks he's special because Broc Lee's going to pay for him to come there, or someone's going to get him a hotel. And then John will be like, "I'm doing better than Kevin." Because Kevin, no one got Kevin a hotel.
Kevin, who gives a fuck? Again, with Kevin's, why not me? Why do they get? What do I get? What about me? What about poor Kevin? Shut the fuck up, you whingy old man. Get a fucking hotel room. You'll be fine.
Yes, use the $100 to get your shitty hotel room. I don't know.
God.
Or like throw in with like all your other gays that you're going with. I don't know.
Why can't I get something from Broc?
And this is
I'm
how
so
fucking
tired.
stupid these people are. I mean, Melton doesn't make any money.
Oh, God.
He's turning it about my money because he doesn't make dick. Watch
Then
his
stop
show.
paying
Count his
attention.
super chats.
No,
Please
Kevin.
stop.
Don't watch his show.
Quit it.
Don't count his super chats because who gives a shit?
I really don't give a shit. That man has said so many things about me specifically, and I've not watched his show even once.
Because who gives a shit?
Because I don't care. Come on. Kevin, you're above this. Knock it off. I hate saying that,
First
too.
of all, he's not above
He
this.
should be.
This is what he is. He is an angry, bitter, jealous man. And no amount of happiness will ever fill the void left in his dark soul.
And isn't that the problem with society?
Yeah.
And get back to me. I'll pay you to count his super chats every day. It's a 4-hour fucking slog. I get it. But he don't make any money. I sent him.
Kevin, you're turning tomato again.
He's starting to match the super chat.
Broc Lee's super chat is blending into Kevin's face.
A super chat. He reads it immediately. But he's worried about my money. And he has a hunchback.
It's true.
I don't know if it's a humpback, like a humpback whale, or a hunchback. I don't
No,
know
he's the size of a humpback whale, and he has a hunchback.
The
That's
hunchback of YouTube.
what's the proper terminology.
The hunchback of Notre Dame.
He can't stand straight up ever. So I don't know if that's 20 years of podcasting. So for the 20 years of podcasting, what does he have to show for it? A curvature of the spine. He don't have any money. He doesn't have a fucking career. And he's coming down there to hobnob with the high rollers that show up.
Let them shit on him. I
Right.
don't know.
Who gives
Just
a
let,
shit?
let that play out.
Broc Lee. Listen, I didn't want to mention it, Broc Lee, but again,
Oh,
I'm
God.
sick of everyone saying. I know John's gonna be like, I'm winning because now Broc
I
Lee's
cannot. I can't with this guy.
Let it go, Kev.
Please stop. This is so exhausting.
He's turning Broc Lee into his therapist.
on my team, and he don't even watch Brennan's show. He told me he don't even watch Brennan's show, and he's paying me. So it's like, so that's what they do. That's what they do.
Who cares?
Melton's like, I'm winning because why? Because I bet Kevin a bet that made no sense and he couldn't prove and there was no consequences, but Kevin wouldn't take the bet, so I won. Watch his show.
No, who cares, Kevin? But Patrick
Why?
tells people he has a bigger audience than me. He has half our numbers. We have 400 on YouTube at a time, 400 on Rumble. He barely does 400 total, and he thinks he's got a show the size of ours. Let him say whatever he wants. He can be delusional, Kev. You don't have to take the bait.
Why does it take these people so long? Like, at some point when somebody says all these bad things about you, what else could hurt? Ever.
Man.
Can't you just learn to, like, look past this?
Our show is closer to Kevin's size in audience than it is Melton's size in audience, but who gives a shit?
It's just exhausting, though.
It's so...
And let me know how much he makes. You could go back. Doesn't he leave them up?
I feel
Can
like
you
he
just scroll?
dreams
Maybe
at
I'll
night
do it. You
and, like,
just-
talks about this
The
in
ones
his
he
sleep.
leave up on YouTube, scroll through them. When he gets a new super chat, add it up in the calculator. I'll do it myself. I don't need anybody to do it. I'll watch today's show. I'll scroll ahead. I'll count up as
Look at how old he's getting. He's just getting...
Look
I'm
at how
watching,
old I'm getting from this
I'm,
clip.
I'm watching him age in this clip.
but he's worried about my money. Again, the same thing John does. Kevin's losing because he makes so much he has to pay people and taxes. So Kevin's losing. John's winning because he makes so little he doesn't have to give any money to his kids.
Don't worry, Kevin. Nobody watches any of you and thinks any of you in the grand scheme are winning.
If you generally go out into public, by the way, nobody knows who any of these people are.
No, none. If you go on the rest of the internet, nobody knows who these people are.
Or the government, or anybody, and they don't have to pay for gas.
How do you live like this?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck, KB? You're not coming to AC this weekend is all. Yeah, that's what I thought. But now it's like about Broc. I mean, it's about
Jealous
Melton
much?
and his fucking hunchback.
Listen to
And
this.
do I want to
So
watch? Do I want
Jealous.
to like? And I know he's gonna come up to me
Of
like,
those people.
"Hey, man, it's not a work. Like you're not. You really don't like me. I really don't like you. You fat fuck. You fucking humpback whale. I don't like you. You're a lying piece of shit. And whatever they do, it's always a win. Shuley won last week because he was like, that was going bankrupt was the best thing that ever happened to me. And somebody was like, Joe
I
Matarese.
can't believe
Yeah, I
this.
heard it's good when you file for bankruptcy. Is it, Joe? Is it? That's how you show you're doing well? KB, what the fuck? You're not coming to AC this weekend. It's all about you. Just trust me. Just follow my lead. It's all going to work out. Stuttering John coming to AC was very last minute. You're dyslexic?
Now I kind of want to go just to see this.
Right?
bullshit.
I got-
Because it looks like he's coming to California.
Just a big ass
that,
bag of popcorn.
Well, there's the clip of
Do you want to
Kevin.
go?
I kind of do now. But don't worry, Kevin is I guess settling his problems that he has with Broc Lee.
I mean, literally no disrespect to Kevin, because I do believe he has quite a show that a lot of people watch. But I don't know how people watch that. It literally puts me to sleep hearing him talk about somebody who, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter in your life.
My Lost Interest says, I love watching April watch these clips. She's saying what we are all thinking.
It's so exhausting. I literally, my eyes are, having problems staying, open.
Oh, by the way, My Lost Interest also reporting Kevin Brennan has him blocked.
I don't doubt it.
He's blocked My Lost Interest.
Does he know that it's the internet and that doesn't really make a difference?
Oh, man. Well, either way, just fun. Just a good goddamn time with Kevin
how
Brennan.
long can you keep this up? How long can you live like that?
Well, you know what's nice? Kevin's going to find out for us, and he'll be the canary in the coal mine.